Debbie and the boys have a good, nice little dinner. I mean, like, this whole episode was really about family and decisions and, looking at the past but looking towards the future.
Certainty.
And I think that this was probably the best example of what family means to Mark and Debbie and obviously everybody. I mean, we didn't really get a chance to look at a full in-depth view of how Eve fits into this sort of family dynamic per se. But I think probably one of the biggest emotional standpoints in this whole show was this episode. I mean, and among the Debbie and Nolan talk, Debbie and Art talk, what happens in the latter half of the episode, right smack in the middle is Debbie says to Mark and Oliver, hey, before you guys leave, I want to do one more thing. And they have a little, dinner together. And it's a whole little montage of Oliver setting up the plates and everybody setting up their dinner and they're eating together. And, it's, I think it's one of the nicest things in the entire series. But before we go super in depth on it, I do just want to say, if you're watching this and you like these sort of discussions, think about subscribing. Think about liking this video. We do Invincible discussions all the time, especially on this channel. So, think about subscribing. So what did you think about the dinner? What did you think about this moment? Because again, this is not in the comics. This does not happen in the comics. Okay. Debbie is
I'm gonna need you to tell that for me as well.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to read it. We have the condominium.
I do need to.
We have it. Reading. We have it all right there. So
like I mentioned in a previous video, we are now at the point where I don't know what's gonna happen next, really. So that's helpful. For some insight.
I mean, just assume everything nice with Debbie never happens in the comic.
Period. Got it.
Yeah.
I also mentioned in our video about Debbie and Nolan that hello? Okay. I mentioned before in our previous video that their conversation made me tear up because Sandra Oh gave such a compelling performance. So after that I was kind of chilling. I've been chilling, and then they do this little family montage where they're having meals together, they're spending time together, they're all enjoying each other's company, and I fucking okay, sorry. I start bawling. I really start crying super fucking bad because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, okay, imagine if I was Eve, or imagine if I was Debbie, and I'm spending time with my family where all of us are together and happy for the most part and healthy for the most part together for probably a long fucking time.
Maybe the last time.
I mean,
they're going.
That scares me. Don't say that. But maybe the last time.
I mean, they're going to war.
So it's damn, it really hit me. All of the feelings that they might be feeling, or all the things that these in a real life standpoint they might be thinking about, I just start crying because it's so nice. And then I'm thinking this probably does not happen in the comics. How nice, these characters, they deserve that.
Yeah, I agree completely. I think that I think this is probably one of the biggest examples of just how family kind of is real. I mean, not every family acts like this, obviously, but there are aspects to this that's families they love each other. Mm-hmm. And they hug and they want to spend time with each other and they want to do these things and they want to hold on to moments that maybe you won't have in the future. And I think that this is important for this show moving forward, is that there really isn't a whole lot of moments like this where everybody can get together.
Time.
And I mean, they haven't really had these types of moments ever in the show. So it's nice. Better late than never. 4 seasons in, I guess. But we only had maybe like 1 or 2 family dinners, and the other 2 were are you sure? But besides that, I like the montage. Yeah. I like the little moments of Oliver helping and those sort of things. Like that Paul was there because Paul's part of the family, way more part of the family than he ever was in the comics.
Yeah.
But like it was just a really nice moment. And I think that this is the most emotional, like, I don't know, aware of how the family dynamic is to Mark's. I mean, like at the end of the day, I mean, Mark does everything for his family. Like he's selfish or not, he does everything for his family, and he's made those decisions. And what happens here equates to what he does later on in this episode.
Yeah, no, I think that this to go even deeper. That this scene is definitely like it knocks that hammers in the overarching themes of the whole show. That like, yes, Mark's internal struggles have always been his selfishness versus his selflessness, and the concept of time and how time is precious and moments are precious, and the concept of what is a moment to somebody that is practically immortal or like will live for a very long time past the people around them. So this moment was so nice and slow, and it felt like it lasted a long time, but in reality it's for like 2 minutes, And I think that speaks a lot about time and like how you spend time with your family and what moments matter the most.
Yeah, I can't really think of a better moment. But I think this episode did a lot of things well, and I think that what separates this show from like a lot of like regular anime or maybe regular
kids
like
TV or something.
Maybe this is not a kid show.
No, but you know what I'm trying
to say. Like these types of adult animated shows, I think it's just that the family dynamic is shown here, and it wasn't afraid to be like, here's a good family moment. Like a lot of people deem these types of moments as like whatever filler and like things that like people don't necessarily like need to have in shows, so they cut them. And I think that it's the most necessary thing to show and care about your characters, and show and care that your characters care about these things. Just to add on to I think towards the end where Eve doesn't tell Mark that
she's pregnant.
I think it's kind of fucked up. I understand he's going off to war. He has a lot of other things going on in his life. Maybe he doesn't want to think about that sort of thing. But, my perspective on it is that sometimes, and I think who Mark is, I think he's one of those guys that would be like, well, now I'm going to fight even harder now to go and make sure I come back.
Those are my exact thoughts, too. That like
I think she should have told him.
As like from a woman's perspective, like whether your pregnancy is wanted or not, like there's never a good time to tell your partner or to tell anybody that you're pregnant, especially
there is,
especially if it's unwanted.
Yeah, if it's unwanted, yeah.
In this scenario, it wasn't necessarily planned. I won't say unwanted, but it was not planned. So there's never going to be a good time to talk about those things, especially when your baby daddy is insert Invincible. Yeah. Invincible title card here.
Yeah.
So like there's never going to be a good time. There's time. There's always something happening. You don't have time a lot of the time.
Right.
So I agree that I felt like she should have said something, because yes, it's going to weigh on Mark's mind, but so does every fucking thing else.
Yeah. I mean, that's what all this season's been about, is him making decisions, weighing exactly who he thinks he is and what other people think he is.
And I 100% agree with that. I feel that he would try to fight harder because he would want to support them both when he gets back.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the family dinner? Do you think that was something that needed to be added? Do you think that it was a great addition, or were you like, I don't care, it doesn't matter? But let us know in the comments below, and while you're down there, think about subscribing. We do a lot of Invincible content. We have a bunch of Invincible content already on the channel, so go check that out if you just want to hang around.